what's happening everyone? Today we're going to be changing the spark plug and coil pack on my Audi TTRS. So as you can see, I'm at my brother's house just because he's going to actually be helping me, given I've never done this before, so it'll be nice to learn something new. Hopefully it's not too complicated. The only difference between this and my S3 is that the TT has one extra coil pack and one extra spark plug. Now I'm pretty sure Audi advised to change the spark plugs and coil packs on these after 65,000 miles. I could be right, it's in and around 65,000 miles. A couple of weeks ago I took my car to Chris at CM Tuning to get a full health check, an extended health check, and one of the things that he had a look at were the spark plugs. Now I've been in two minds as to whether I should keep this car stock, go stage 1, go stage 2, and ever since driving it I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to send it. I'm going to go stage 2, a really low boost stage 2, so essentially I don't want to go beyond 1.9 bar of boost. Now once we've changed the spark plugs and coil packs, I'll also then touch on some of the other things that Chris found in his extended health check, and some of the things that are going to be upcoming with the TTRS, stuff that I'll be doing and stuff that I will actually just be leaving to Chris. So whilst I'm at my brother's and whilst the weather is nice, because the weather in England has just been absolutely terrible for the past couple of weeks and months, we've recently had a bit of sunshine. I'm going to be aligning my door just because the door is is basically not lined, and nor is the bonnet.
You can take this thing off first. It's not a tab.
What's that for anyway?
Like that? I don't know that is.
Just to get it out of the way.
Yeah,
oh yeah, that tab there at the bottom. Yeah, so you need
push it down and get it out.
Wow, that is stiff, isn't it?
Just awkward. You can get this little thing tool that will push it down for you.
There we go.
Yeah, do it the same actually. A bit needs force in a certain
ow, way. Yeah, it does. Look at that. Fucking really, it really hurts. So all 5 plugs have been disconnected. So after basically undoing these, you have to take this bracket off, yeah?
310mm.
Okay, 310mm, okay. I think that's one of the things that I want to buy. Coil packs, cool. So this should really make a difference in terms of the way the car performs, but because I've got these drive shaft issues, it's not like I can floor it anywhere, so yeah, annoying. And also, whilst I was driving to my brother's, the driver side rear ABS sensor went, so I've had to basically pick one of them up earlier, which you can see over there, so I'll be doing that in this video as well.
Keep them, they'll be not wrong with them.
Yeah, I'll keep them just in case, innit? So these are the old variant, so the code on these will be different to the ones I've bought. 110G, and I think the new one's H, to my knowledge. Oh, P. No, it's P.
Intake so big there. You put a bit down, so that lubricates it a little bit.
Yeah. So that's where people normally put the camera in it, so they can see the cylinders.
No, you take the spark plugs out first. Yeah, okay. That's where you put it down to.
Yeah. I think a guy, he has this magnetic thing, don't need to pull them out on a YouTube video. Yeah.
Burnt out
that looks kind of fucked, that.
Yeah, it's just all that.
What about the oil at the bottom? Looks a bit wet, doesn't it?
I put some WD-40 on it now. So yeah.
Obviously. Otherwise, yeah, that wouldn't be oil, that's definitely WD-40.
We'll clean it out with a bit of tissue.
It looks like WD-40.
Smells like it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, smells like WD-40, that. I thought you said that sounds nice. There we go. This is wicked. I'd highly recommend getting one of these guys.
Sure, man, best thing ever. They ain't been changed for a while, then we know.
I know. We'll review them all in a sec. Let me all get them out, innit?
Wait, that's the 3rd one.
Change of these spark plugs should make a difference, and yeah, all 5 out, nice and easy. All right, so there is a difference apparently between, but we've double checked, and they are design. Well, even though the design is different, they are made for my TTRS too. So yeah, cool. Yeah, 30 Newton meters. You basically hand tightens them then, basically.
Can you get them past me the other ones?
Where are the other ones? Oh, behind you.
Yeah, no, with a hand fed them all in.
So these are the ones. Yeah, look, even on them it says NGK on the OEM ones.
NGK out on the site. They are old. I don't know how old those plugs. It's a shame they don't have dates on plugs.
Yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it?
Like on filters and stuff, they have dates.
Yeah. So guys, before I take this out for a drive, I needed to basically replace this rear driver side ABS sensor. You can see it's absolutely filthy, that disgusting. To remove it, all you need to do is get a T30, undo this bolt. That's step one. A lot of people like to unplug the sensor first and then do this, but I like to do this first just because it gives you a lot of leeway to actually remove the actual sensor. I'd also try give this whole area a quick clean because it's very easy for dirt to just basically build up and get trapped, and you know, I can appreciate why given the kind of area. Right, to remove the sensor, I believe, oh no, dirtied my pants, which I didn't want to do. I believe what we're trying to do is just, oh, there we go, super easy. I actually sprayed WD-40 on there. Yeah, I don't know if you can see there, but it's really dirty, really corroded, so we're just going to give that a nice little clean and hopefully get all the crap out of there. A lot cleaner now, a lot cleaner. So here we have the new sensor. Now you're supposed to apply a little bit of grease to this bit here. So this isn't an OEM sensor, but it's the best I could find with the time I had. But yeah, let's get this connected and then we'll pop the screw back in and hopefully it's good to go. And we can see it all looks a little bit cleaner and a lot better now. So yeah, everything's looking nice. So I hope you enjoyed that video. New spark plugs, new coil part and a new ABS sensor for the driver's side rear. So I said I'd touch on some of the things that Chris found in his extended health check. So he found the sump to be leaking, which was something that I already kind of knew about. That's it, the water thermostat said it was a little bit of a seat, which I already kind of knew of too. Drive shafts on the driver's side, both front and rear, but mainly the rear, were not running true. So essentially they were the reason potentially that I'm experiencing the vibration that I kind of am. And I thought I'd just quickly show you. Don't worry, these are brand new, the box is just really dirty. So rear pads, rear discs, and then this. And then these are the drive shafts. So I think that one's for the front. I've actually got some trim pieces for the front arch liners too. So the work is going to be carried out in the first or second week of April by Chris at CM Tuning. Then I'll consider whether I'm going to be going stage 1 or stage 2. So I know JYD or JDY Performance, they do like an upgraded baffled oil sump, so similar to what's on my S3 right now. And they are beneficial because they do keep your oil temps down massively. I might also get Chris to install a Powerflex handling kit. So I've got that on my S3, so essentially it's just like replacing the bushes with poly bushes. Yeah, and I need to also change the rear brakes still, but yeah, we're getting there slowly. Yeah, listen, until next time, take it easy, peace. Hope you enjoy the video. Take care.